Namaste. On behalf of Manasa Foundation, I welcome each one of you to this session of light channeling. Let us begin the session with silence. In silence, we will connect with light masters, the rishis, and seek their blessings for today's session. Close your eyes and sit for a minute roughly. I will tell you. Yes. There are a couple of questions. Can light channeling solve all our problems? That is the question. I say light channeling opens the door towards finding solutions to all our problems. I'll try to explain in simple terms. The first thing is, when we practice light channeling, the practice helps us to receive light, and also experience the light. This experience will have an influence on us. After all, we will be experiencing the greatest intelligence that exists. So there will be an influence. This influence, we have to allow it to continue when we, let us say, live in the world. When we get up after our practice and begin living in the world, this influence has to continue. We have to somehow bring this influence into practice, or we can say we have to manifest this influence into our living. Then many things will happen. For example, I give an example so that we understand this point even more clearly. Let us say, yes, please come. Let us say, while practicing, when we have this experience, because of this influence, we don't feel like speaking a lie. This can happen. This will happen. At some stage, this will happen. We don't feel like speaking a lie. Then while living, we face a situation where it's a very delicate situation, or a difficult situation, and for some small gain, let us say, we end up speaking a lie. We cannot stop ourselves from speaking a lie. Then we are letting this influence of the experience slip away during that moment. And then we cannot avoid, but we have to go through the effect of what we have done. Like that. We can pick up small examples. The experience, let us say, helps us to see every individual as souls. We feel like relating only to the positive side in others. We don't feel like judging others. But while living, it's possible that the ego, it raises its hood, and we, are unable to accommodate others' imperfections. It's possible. Then how do we find solutions to all our problems? That's why I said the experience, the practice of light churning helps us to experience. The experience opens a door, and then we have to enter the door. We have to enter the door by positivizing ourselves, by consciously making a change in ourselves. Only when we complete that process by changing ourselves, only then the effect will take place. And like I have said many times, this is a journey towards perfection. But even, let us say, when we move closer to perfection, to become perfect is very difficult. Very difficult. It's not impossible, of course, it is possible. When we move closer to perfection, will all problems vanish? Naturally, they will not vanish, because we are living in an imperfect world. So the imperfect world poses problems, poses challenges. But we will be able to deal with them, because we will have enough strength and enough wisdom to deal with this. Another question, which is similar to the first question. Can light channeling burn all our karmas? It's the same. The answer is same, I should say. Same. The practice of light channeling initiates a process of burning of karmas within us. A process gets initiated. This process, we have to strengthen it. We have to strengthen it with our efforts. With our efforts to, like I said earlier, consciously positivize. Then this process of burning of karmas will continue. It may take time, of course. It may take time. But ultimately, we can reach there. It depends on us. It depends on us. Karmas are the effects of our actions. Effects of our actions. When our actions are in alignment with light, there will be no karmas. Our actions will not attract any karmas. So that's a possibility this practice brings to us. What about our past karmas? Fine, we do not attract new karmas, let us say, because we begin living in light. What about our past karmas? Can we get rid of the effects of our past karmas? I say yes. When we begin living in light every moment, even the effect of past karmas will be cleared. This is what I understand. Guruji Krishnananda used to tell us that nobody is condemned in the world of God. Nobody is condemned forever in the world of God. Karmas are there to help us, let us say, to help us maybe become aware of our the problems with our attitude, let us say. Karmas help us to become aware of the problems with our attitude. They help us learn our lessons, let us say. They are not there to condemn us, to punish us, to show us down. No, I don't think any process in the world of God is so cruel. Not even the process of karmas. It is not so cruel. It is there to help us. It is there to help us. This is what I understand. So, with this practice, the process gets initiated and it becomes stronger and stronger as we continue with our practice, as we persist with our practice. And the practice includes not just practice of sitting and channeling light, it is also, practice also includes conscious positivizing. And there is another dimension to this point. The practice is important, like I have said several times, the practice is important. But how intensely we practice is very important. How intensely we practice, with how much of involvement we practice, is very important. With how much of love that brings the experience. And as we pursue with our practice, the experience that we will have during the practice will become deeper and deeper. And that ultimately brings the results. Yes, with this background, we will begin the practice. I will guide you. You can sit comfortably, close your eyes. Now we can imagine an ocean of light above us. This light is not an ordinary light, this is God Himself, full of love, full of life. With great intensity, let us relate to this light. For the next few minutes, let us forget the world, let us forget everything. Let us forget all our problems for the time being. We can attend to them later. Let us pray to the light, to God, to descend and to spread to the whole world. Now we will imagine a beam of light coming down from the ocean of light, entering us, and then imagine that it slowly fills up your body, your mind, your intellect. Slowly, your entire being, every bit of your being, your existence is filled with light. Let us sit in silence and experience this light. Just surrender to the light and experience it for a few minutes. Yes, now without opening our eyes, slowly with our intent, we can bring out this light and spread it slowly in all the directions. Slowly, we can take time to fill up the room we are sitting in, the premises, the surroundings, the town or city. Slowly, we can take some time, a few minutes, to slowly spread this light. We can continue to imagine that light is flowing from above and enters us, and through us it spreads in all the directions, slowly filling up the whole world. We can take some time. We can be aware that everything is filled with light. Everything on this earth, the people, the animals, the birds, nature, even non living things, everything is filled with light. Now, with this awareness that light is flowing and through us, spreading in all the directions, filling up every bit on this earth with light, we will sit in silence, in surrender to the light, and this process will continue, and we will also be able to experience the light till 11:30. It's enough. You can slowly open your eyes and relax. On behalf of Manasa Foundation, I thank each one of you for participating in today's session. Our next session will be on 20th of April, 20 April. And like I remind you every time, please channel light regularly, daily, when you get up in the morning for 7 minutes minimum. And in the night before you sleep, practice for 7 minutes. It helps. It helps you. And it also strengthens this movement towards the new age, towards the light age. Thank you. Namaste. Students of Manasa, we will continue channeling light till 1 o'clock. Thank you. The webcast will stop in some time.